Hey, little Abner fans, now you can drink your own Kickapoo Joy Juice. Hey everyone, welcome back to Obscure Cola, coming to you from Singapore. I am here for another work trip, and I picked this up at a 7-Eleven. Yes, it is actually Kickapoo Joy Juice. Okay, so if you're under the age of, I'd say, 70, I wouldn't blame you if you don't know what Kickapoo Joy Juice is or where it comes from. Luckily, these people put a label explaining how this drink sort of came into existence. Not really. So what is it and what does it say? So it actually says, did you know Kickapoo is a citrus-flavored soda inspired by an Capp comic strip in which the two characters brew the magical liquor named Kickapoo Joy Juice. So in other words, this is a non-alcoholic citrus drink. It's basically like a Mountain Dew type thing, you can tell, with a name based on a comic strip. Okay, an Capp comic strip. And my first thing was like, Capp, isn't that stupid comic from the 70s or older about the guy with the hat that's pulled over his head who like gets drunk all the time and apparently also used to beat his wife in the comic? But no, that is actually Andy Capp, a British comic which existed or still exists, I guess, now from the 1950s it started. But in fact, yeah, that's the wrong Capp comic strip Capp. That is the character and the title of Andy Capp. This is the comic strip artist known as Capp, who was the guy who created Little Abner. Yes, Little Abner. You remember Little Abner, don't you? Of course you don't, because it stopped being produced in like the 1970s. And even though I was born in the 1970s, I don't even really know that much about Little Abner, except it was basically like a hillbilly-based comic strip which existed in the golden age of comic strips, along with like Prince Valiant and that kind of really old shit, The Phantom, etc. And this is going way back, way back before most of you guys were probably born. I was kind of into comic books, so I know a little bit about comics, but yeah, Little Abner and his like common law cousin slash girlfriend, and they all made Moonshine and who knows what, they were all drunk or whatever. So that's where the Kickapoo Joy Juice comes in with this like Moonshine related graphic here, which is basically some sort of two hillbillies, or no, one hillbilly and an Indian stereotype guy with a tomahawk getting sauced out of their gourds in some sort of wooden bucket, which is where they make their hooch. So this is like basically Moonshine. In the story, it's Moonshine, like super magically strong liquor, illicitly homemade liquor, which would be like your Prohibition era Moonshine, that you can get sauced up in the woods for free, I guess, whatever you make yourself, illegally, of course.
This is sure bubbly and effervescent. Hand me up some more mixins, lonesome pole Capp. Metal polish gives it a nice sparkle. This'll give it a kick. And this'll spike it good. And this'll make it pop. I think it's done, lonesome pole Capp. Okay. Let's taste it. It's sure pretty.
So somebody decided to take that IP and make a drink. So I'm really going on a long time before I even try this. But yeah, it's just bizarre that this even exists. And worse yet, has existed, or I guess it's better, has existed since 1965, when someone decided to license the Kickapoo Joy Juice name. And this Capp guy died in 1979, and I read his Wikipedia page. He was actually a creep who he was like a Harvey Weinstein of comic strips in the 1960s. He used to like drop his pants and try to do casting couch shit. So no offense to him. He was also like a Nixon jerk. So I'm really going off on Capp because he's a fucking attempted, I guess it's not rape, but serial sexual harasser is the nicest thing I could say. He actually got like charged and pled guilty, I guess, to indecent exposure. character guy. And he also loved hillbillies, making stereotypes about Indians. So, long story short, let's enjoy his drink so some money can go to his estate. So it is mellow yellow, I guess 7-Up somehow. They decided to go for the hillbilly theme. But the strange thing is, this one is actually made in Singapore, still made in 2019 for some reason. They haven't changed the name or anything. But yeah, why is it only sold in Southeast Asia where nobody knows what a fricka hillbilly is or a Kickapoo is? Kickapoo is actually a Native American tribe name, by the way, which has been co-opted by some hillbilly moonshine. Because Kickapoo sounds like you're drunk off your ass and you're a shit kicker, I guess. Haha. I'm getting pretty woke and worked up about this Kickapoo stuff. So if you're a big Little Abner fan, you're probably pretty angry with me right now, but you also should take it easy because you're probably 80 years old. Does anyone under the age of 50 like Little Abner? I assume probably not. Maybe he's really venerated in, where was it, Kentucky? Dog Patch, Kentucky. He's like a hometown hero character. Capp, no, Andy Capp is actually quite revered still to this day in Northern England. He's also a character, as I said, yes. Also used to beat his wife in the comics. And
oh, Andy Capp, you wife-beating drunk.
For the last 50 years has not had a job and constantly quarrels with his wife. Compared to the real Al Capp, I can't complain too much about the fictitious Andy Capp, though. And his personal foibles as a character. Yeah, it tastes like mellow yellow. I mean, basically that's it. It's a bad Mountain Dew, maybe. It's got real sugar. That's good. Not even high fructose corn syrup, according to this. Lots of artificial colors. E330, E331, E414, E445, E211. That's a lot of chemicals. That's not all colorings, but that's probably like citric acid and some stabilizers and whatever. So all kinds of stuff in there. Yeah, good stuff. Really natural. But it's halal. If you're done getting kickabooed up, it's still halal. Even it's named after alcohol, but it's not alcohol. Why don't they make like a cocktail? Kickapoo cocktail. Anyhow, the kick of joy. There you go, the kick of joy. Citrus flavored carbonated drink. Original recipe. Except it's not, because the original recipe was hooch. What else can I say about this that I haven't already said? Sugar-wise, pretty high. 11.9 grams per 100 milliliters of carbs, which is basically all sugars. So that's higher than a Coke, but not that much higher. I'm assuming it's probably pretty heavily caffeinated. Anything else I want to say? I have to give my final verdict. So my final verdict is, dude, Al Capp died in 1979. This comic strip has ceased to exist. Fucking change the name of your drink to something less associated with a serial sexual abuser. Singapore, hello. Get with the times. Find a, there's some really good Chinese comics like Master Q and things like that. You could call it Master Q Juice or something else. Get, McDull's Magic Elephant Juice or whatever McDull is. I don't even know what he is. Oh, he's a pig, isn't he? McDull's Magic Slop Trough Special Juice. But yeah, this Moonshine, outdated 1930s comic strip IP could use a refresh. That's going to be my final verdict. Okay, final verdict. 1930s hillbilly hooch IP is a little out of date. Get with the times. That's not going to fit on one screen. Okay, I'm having too much fun. It's the middle of the night. I had a really busy day. That's why my voice is really crappy. I had to give a 45-minute lecture today, and it went really well because my voice actually made it the whole way, even though it sounded like this. So see you guys next time here on Obscure Cola. And Little Abner, super fans, leave me all the hate mail you want. I don't care. Okay, bye.
Everyone, welcome back to Obscure Cola. Today we're going to try Coca-Cola Apple. I'm here with my son in Japan. Just got this at a Family Mart today. Apparently, Coca